Hey everybody, Edo here.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Century Golem Edition. It's actually a special edition of Century Spice Road. Now Century Spice Road, neither of us have played, but everyone has been raving about this for years, and so finally picked it up at Gamescape up in San Rafael and had a chance to check it out. Now I don't have it out right now because first, this game is awesome production, but also awesome production design, or product design. It's in the box. First, rules are a single page. What a pleasure to play a game that has setup and how to play. Like, all the best games are that way. You can learn how to play this game very quickly, which is fantastic. But then in the box, we have this incredible setup with the cards, which are gorgeous. And then the gems, which are all in their own little containers. You just go boop, they're all out. And then there's two types of coins, which are fantastic metal coins. And they're just awesome. Now, what I've heard is this game is identical to, see, he knows how to set them up. I'll get to that in a second. Is identical to the other version, the Century Spice Road version. But again, I haven't played. I'll take everyone else's word for it, right? Mm-hmm. But we played, and we dig this game, right, Evan?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah,
okay. So, do you think you remember enough, as I'm splaying out the cards here, to explain how to play this quickly?
Maybe.
Maybe. So what we're going to have is each player is going to have a caravan, right?
Yeah.
And that goes in front of them?
Yeah.
And then they have some cards in their hands, right?
Yep.
So let's say the player starts with these two cards, which they do, in their starting hand, and you'd have those. And so in this game, what are you trying to... And you'll start with some gems to begin with.
Yeah.
But what are you trying to do? Tell the camera when you say it.
What you're trying to do is get as many of these cards that have numbers on them as you can to win.
Right. That's actually started with the objective. The objective is to be the player who has the most points on their Golem cards, which you're going to purchase, right? And the Golem cards are going to be laid out, and the game ends when you hit a certain number of them. So like the game might end after you all get 5 Golem cards. I think in 2 or 3 player games it's different numbers, however many it is. And you're going to be doing it by paying the resources at the bottom. There'll be a stack of them. Now these coins are lined up. The silver coins are actually worth more than the copper coins.
Yes.
Wait, no, the opposite.
No, yeah, that's the opposite.
The copper coins, which I would normally have called gold coins, but they're copper, are worth more than silver, which is weird to me. Think of them as gold, whatever. But so basically, if you buy one of these ones at the far end, you get a bonus, and as you buy cards, new ones come out and they cycle down. So essentially, there's an opportunity to buy something quickly. But you're going to buy stuff with your crystals, but how do you get crystals, young man?
You either use this card, which gives you 2 yellow crystals, or get an upgrade to do 2 gems, and then make them green. And it goes up to pink.
Right. So, you have a hand of cards. And in this game, one of the things you can do with your hand is play a card to the table. When you do that, if it's a resource card, you get those resources. If it's an upgrade card, you can upgrade the gems. The gems are in a fixed value order where upgrading by 1, where yellow is, essentially the cheapest. It can be upgraded to green, to blue, and then to pink or purple, whatever color you want to call that. And so you play the cards to the table. The other thing you can do is also acquire cards from the table. And if you acquire near the deck, you're going to just be able to pick it up. But the further out you go, you actually have to pay gems to get the cards that are new and coming in. So there's a cost to get deeper. But the cards you're going to get are either going to give you different sets. This one gives you 3 yellow. It could give you green. It could give you 1 red, or 1 purple, or blue, or whatever color. And or there's like cards like this, which will convert 3 green into 3 blue, right? So essentially you have a hand of cards that either generate resources, upgrade resources, or convert resources. And you're playing them down, and on your turn you can play a card to the table. You can acquire a card so you have more options in your hand and you're building your hand, or you can buy a golem. What happens after you've played your whole hand down to the table?
You rest and you take your cards back into your hand. Right.
So you have a hand, you're building it up, and as you play it, you're pulling it back into your hand. And so essentially you have a game where you're slightly doing a little bit of deck building around. Do I want to be more upgrade heavy, convert heavy? Do I want to focus on just waiting for people to be buying expensive stuff and pick it up the early stuff? and then thinking about that towards what colors and combinations of colors are really valuable on the golems. Am I going to try to get as many golems as quickly as possible, or am I going to save up for the expensive ones? And so, why do you like this game?
I like this game because it is fun.
Okay.
And how many players can do it?
I think we played 4, obviously, but it can play up to 5.
Okay.
We just don't have 5 people in our family right now.
It's just fun to play with your family. Yeah.
So I think Century Golem Edition is outstanding. It's fantastic. People compare it to Splendor. It's a different type of game, but it's fast-paced. I actually think of it more like Ticket to Ride. It's really rapid decisions where players are just like single action, go around, single action, go around, and it can move very quickly. It's just, the cards are beautiful, the fiction's fun, it plays quickly. Everyone learned it immediately. The strategies are pretty clear to players, but there's enough interesting decisions that it works. I think the only negative I can think of, again, the game is fantastic, is that it's sort of one of those games, especially as you get into groups of 4 or 5, where it's slow. There's a lot of playtime, and if people aren't playing Zippy, then it can be like really bored. So if kids are getting a little distracted or getting up from the table, the game that is very fast feels like it's going to take forever.
Yeah.
So we've even done things like reduce the amount of golems that we needed to get just to finish playing. So
you're supposed to have 5, but we did 4.
yeah, because like everyone was sort of done. So I don't think it's a problem, but like I think this is a better 30-minute game than a 45-minute game. And so to do that, you just have to play it faster. And if your table isn't playing faster, I wouldn't hesitate from removing a couple of the win conditions just to cut it down. It gets a little flat at the end. But still tons of fun, great components, awesome layout. Big thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
right here, if you want to have this, you don't have to pay any gems to get it.
Right, the first one.
Yeah.
And you thought it was awesome that every single card, no matter what it is, shows the entire equation on the card. So if you're finding 3 green gems, it's a picture of 3 green gems. If you're converting, it's converting. What you do with the card is also in the picture, right?
Yes.
So cool, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so anyway, this is Century Golem Edition. Highly recommended. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Tell them that, man.
Thanks for watching.
Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.